Okay, so imagine you're leading a sales team, right? And the pressure is on, like always. Over half your team isn't hitting those targets.
Yeah.
It's a reality for many, apparently.
Right.
The Sales Experts blog says 55% of salespeople just aren't meeting their goals.
Wow.
That's a pretty big number.
Yeah, it is.
So that's what we're going to deep dive into today.
Okay.
All those sales statistics.
Sounds good.
Trying to help sales leaders, hiring managers, and executives really figure out, how to build those high-performing teams.
Right.
And maybe get some sleep at night.
Yeah, because that's a big problem, and it is a fascinating stat, isn't it?
It is.
It's like one little number, and you realize, oh my goodness, this is a huge problem.
Yeah.
It goes way beyond just like, John Smith is not performing well,
Totally.
It's like, what are the strategies and systems we need to have in place to really make sales happen today?
Exactly. Are we doing enough to empower our teams?
Yeah.
Are we adapting to how the sales landscape is changing?
Yeah.
One of the stats that really jumped out at me from this blog
Okay.
was that companies responding to leads within an hour are nearly 7 times more likely to actually
Wow.
engage with decision makers.
Yeah.
It's like every minute counts.
It really does. Time is of the essence.
Yeah.
People are so busy, decision makers, especially, they got people coming at them from all sides.
Right.
So many different options. So if you can be that first one to connect with them, you have such an advantage.
Yeah, it's like getting a seat at the table before it's even set.
Yeah.
You're setting the stage for the whole conversation.
Totally. And it's not just about speed, though, is it? It's about
right.
how you actually respond,
Yeah.
Personalization is so key because if you're just sending out some kind of generic mass email thing,
Right.
versus acknowledging their specific needs and challenges.
Yeah.
Which one of those is going to make you want to talk to that person more?
Definitely the one that feels like it was written just for me,
Absolutely.
So show them you understand their world.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit
Okay.
to something that has always been really interesting to me,
Okay.
which is referrals.
Yes.
So the sales experts, they say that salespeople that are really capitalizing on those referrals are earning 4 to 5 times more than those who just ignore it.
Right.
That's a huge difference.
It's massive. And what it comes down to? It's trust, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, think about it. Would you rather trust some flashy ad that you see
No.
or a recommendation from somebody you actually know and you respect their opinion?
Definitely the person I know.
Yeah. So referrals, they just have this, built-in credibility that's really hard to get any other way.
Like social proof on steroids, right?
Totally.
But how can sales teams actually get into that referral goldmine?
Right.
It's not always easy to just ask for it.
Well, that's where you got to have a system in place.
Okay.
A structured referral program where it's easy for your clients, if they're happy with you, it's easy for them to just spread the word. You can have pre-written email templates or social media posts and even personalized landing pages, make it simple for them.
So it's like giving those advocates the tools to share their good experiences.
Right. And, incentives never hurt either.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, think beyond just money. What about exclusive access to some kind of events or early product releases or even, just a personalized consultation, like something special?
Find creative ways to say thank you.
Exactly. Acknowledge those people that are championing your brand.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. So let's, jump into the digital age now.
Okay.
Which brings us to this other big insight from the Sales Experts blog.
Okay.
78% of salespeople who are using social media for sales are doing better than their peers.
Really?
That's a big number.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't ignore that.
No, it shows how things are changing, right? Buyers are engaging with brands online so much these days. And social media lets you connect with them personally.
Yeah, you can't just be cold calling and, going to conferences anymore.
Right.
It's about building relationships. It's about establishing that you're a thought leader and engaging with people where they already are.
And it's not about, just trying to close that sale right away.
Yeah.
It's about the relationship.
Yep.
Building trust and credibility over time.
So be a resource, not a salesperson.
Right.
Demonstrate that expertise offer those valuable insights that people are looking for.
Right. And social selling does require different skills, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the same as traditional sales.
No.
You have to create compelling content. You got to engage in conversations. Be authentic online.
It's a subtle art.
Yeah. But it can pay off big time.
Oh, yeah.
It really can.
Especially warming up those leads and getting them ready to buy.
And one key is consistency.
Okay.
Imagine you're a prospect and you see this person week after week sharing valuable content And, having insightful discussions that builds trust.
Totally. And it makes them remember you.
Right. You stay top of mind. So when they are ready to buy, they know who to call.
Exactly. All right. I want to share this stat with you now, and you might be surprised.
Okay.
Okay. So the sales experts, they point out that only 2% of cold calls
Oh, wow.
lead to an actual appointment.
Wow, 2%. 2%.
That's pretty dismal.
It is.
And gotta wonder if cold calling is even worth it these days.
Yeah, it's a reminder that you can't just, spray and pray anymore.
Yeah.
Like, buyers know what they want.
Right. They're a lot more informed now.
Yeah, so much more informed. And they want something that's just for them.
But that doesn't mean we just abandon the phone altogether, does it?
No.
It just means we got to be smarter about it.
Right.
Warm calling, personalized outreach, targeted messaging.
It's about quality, not quantity.
Exactly.
And, we can't forget about those referrals we talked about earlier.
92% of customers, they trust those recommendations from people they know.
It's true.
A warm intro can make all the difference.
Oh, for sure.
So leverage that network,
Yes.
and build those relationships.
And when you do get those referrals,
yeah.
treat them like gold.
Yes.
Because the sales experts, they say customers who come from referrals actually have a 16% higher lifetime value.
Wow.
Yeah. So nurture those relationships. They're going to come back for more.
It's a win-win.
It really is.
Now get this.
Okay.
91% of customers are willing to give you a referral, but only 11% of salespeople ask for them.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
That is crazy.
So be proactive. Put those requests right into your sales process.
Yes. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Ask for those referrals.
Yeah, if you're doing a good job, they'll tell other people.
Absolutely.
All right, let's just, kind of summarize what we've talked about in this first part of our deep dive.
Sounds good.
So speed is super important. Respond quickly, personalize your message,
Yeah.
show that value from the get-go.
Absolutely.
And don't be afraid to tap into those referrals.
Yeah.
Ask. Make it easy for people to share,
Yeah.
and, give them an incentive.
For sure.
And, of course, embrace social selling. Build relationships.
Yeah.
Establish your expertise. Engage online. And use them to warm up those leads. And just nurture the connections.
Yes.
And move beyond the cold calling.
Right.
Explore those personalized approaches. Use your network.
Yeah.
And, get those warm introductions.
That's where it's at.
It is. So sales success today really requires you to do a lot of different things. You got to be adaptable, proactive, and really focus on building those real, genuine relationships.
Couldn't agree more.
So, the Sales Experts blog is a great place to start
Yeah.
if you want to stay ahead of the curve and really achieve those sales goals.
Absolutely.
So now we're going to switch gears and we're going to talk about email communications
Oh, this should be good.
after a quick break.
All right. I'm excited to hear more. So welcome back to our deep dive into sales success.
Let's jump right back into it.
Right.
Still looking at the Sales Experts blog,
Mhm.
all these great insights and statistics. And
Yeah.
one of the ones that really stood out to me
Okay.
is that 79% of marketing leads never turn into actual sales.
Wow. That's huge. That's a lot of potential just slipping away.
Right there.
Yeah, it really suggests that there's a gap there, isn't there,
Yeah.
between getting people interested and actually moving them through that sales funnel. We're all about action here.
Yeah.
So this is a big one for me.
What's the takeaway?
Lead nurturing.
Lead nurturing.
You got to have those strategies.
So it's not just about getting leads. It's about taking care of them,
right.
building those relationships, giving them value,
Mm-hmm.
guiding them along.
It's like, you plant a seed.
Yeah.
You don't just walk away.
No, you got to water it.
You got to water it, give it sunlight, make sure it has the right environment to grow. Right.
That's what lead nurturing is all about.
So we're talking targeted content, addressing their specific needs, building that trust over time,
Absolutely.
showing them that we're here to help.
Yeah, you're not just after a quick sale.
Not just a transaction.
You want to help them succeed.
Right.
And, personalization is key here, too.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like, would you rather get some generic, one-size-fits-all marketing thing
No.
or something that speaks directly to your needs and your challenges?
Bro, I want to feel special.
Exactly. You want to feel seen and understood.
Yes.
And your leads, they feel the same way.
Okay, so the sales experts,
Mhm.
they shared this statistic that kind of makes you think about how we structure our own sales process.
Okay.
So apparently 81% of sales teams
Great.
don't consistently review how they're actually selling things.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot of teams.
it is.
Just kind of going through the motions.
Right, you get caught up in the day-to-day, closing deals, chasing quotas. Right, you're just trying to keep your head above water.
Yeah. But if you don't stop and look at what you're doing, you're missing out.
Exactly. You're leaving money on the table.
It's like driving with a broken GPS.
Mm.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
you might get there eventually,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not going to be a smooth ride.
No, it'll be bumpy and efficient.
Right. So take the time to review that process.
Absolutely.
You know, figure out where the bottlenecks are, optimize things, make sure everybody on the team is on the same page.
It's about having a system
Yes.
that works consistently.
And can grow with you, you know?
That's right.
So it's not just about working hard, it's about working smart.
And being willing to adapt.
Yeah.
Because what worked last year might not work this year.
The landscape is always changing.
It is.
Yeah.
So you got to be ready to change with it.
And don't forget to listen to your sales team.
Oh, yeah. They're the ones on the front lines. They know what's working, what's not.
Right. So create that environment where they can give you feedback.
Yeah.
All right. So ready for a statistic that might make you rethink how you close deals.
Okay, I'm ready.
Almost half of all sales calls end without even trying to close the deal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So people are just walking away from opportunities.
It seems like it, right?
Yeah. Are we not training our people well enough?
Right. Like, are they afraid to go for the close?
Are we not giving them the confidence?
Are we afraid to be too pushy?
Yeah.
Are we just not seeing the signs?
Yeah, maybe we're not recognizing when it's the right time.
Right.
Closing is definitely an art form, you know?
It is.
You got to understand the prospect's needs,
Yeah.
address their concerns, and then present your solution
Mm-hmm.
in a way that makes sense for them.
Right. So it's not about forcing them to say yes.
No, it's not about manipulation.
It's about finding a win-win.
Right. They
You
win.
gotta-
You win. Everybody's happy.
Right. And you got to be confident.
Yes. Confidence is key.
Because if you hesitate, they can sense that.
Oh, absolutely.
So believe in what you're selling and don't be afraid to ask for the sale.
Yeah, find that balance between assertive and aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, be confident, but also be respectful.
Respect that decision-making process.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if they don't say yes right away? Does that mean it's over?
Absolutely not. Follow-up is crucial.
Follow-up.
Yeah, the stats show that 80% of sales take at least 5 follow-ups. 5. At least 5.
So we might be giving up too soon.
Yeah, maybe we're just throwing in the towel too early.
But how do you know when you're being persistent and when you're being a pest?
Right, nobody wants to feel harassed.
Right.
So here's the key. Provide value every time you reach out.
Okay.
Share some content, offer some insights, ask thoughtful questions. Show them that you're really invested in helping them.
So you're building a relationship. You're not just trying to close that deal.
Exactly. Be that trusted advisor.
Okay, so the sales experts, they really emphasize
Oh,
that keeping those current customers happy is just as important as getting new ones.
Oh, for sure.
And they say getting a new customer costs 5 times more
Wow.
than keeping an existing one.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
So we're talking about building loyalty,
Loyalty.
repeat business.
It's not just about that one sale.
No, it's about the lifetime value of that customer.
Right. So how do we create experiences that make them want to come back for more?
Well, customer service is huge.
Okay.
You got to go above and beyond.
Yeah.
Anticipate their needs, solve their problems quickly, make them feel valued.
Make them feel like a VIP.
Exactly. You want them to tell their friends.
Word of mouth is the best marketing.
It really is. And don't forget to just stay in touch.
Yeah.
You know, a simple follow-up email after a purchase goes a long way.
Right. Just let them know you appreciate them.
Yeah, stay top of mind.
Keep nurturing those relationships.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's talk about asking questions.
Okay.
The sales experts, they suggest asking between 11 and 14 questions
Oh, eh?
during a sales call,
All right.
but it's not just about hitting that magic number.
No. It's about asking the right questions.
The right questions at the right time.
Yes. And the quality of your questions is more important than how many you ask.
Right.
You want to understand their needs, their challenges, their goals. Really dig deep and figure out what their pain points are.
Right. So you can tailor your solution.
Exactly. You want to be able to show them that you can solve their specific problems.
So be curious, listen actively, ask open-ended questions.
Yeah, none of those yes or no questions.
Right.
You want them to open up and share.
Yeah.
Use those how, why questions.
Okay. Yeah.
Them talking.
So we're turning a sales pitch into a conversation.
Exactly. And it makes them feel heard.
Yeah.
It builds that rapport and trust. And when
Right.
you ask questions, it shows them that you're genuinely interested in them.
Not just their wallet.
Right. You're not just trying to make a sale.
Yeah.
You want to help.
Okay, so you're a consultant, not just a salesperson.
Yes, exactly.
And that builds those relationships.
And those relationships lead to sales.
It's all connected.
It really is.
Okay, so before we go to our last part of our deep dive here,
Okay.
I want to talk about something that keeps coming up.
Right.
and that is adapting.
Yeah.
So the sales experts, they found that 61% of salespeople
Okay.
think that selling is harder today than it used to be.
Than it was a few years ago.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I mean, things are changing so fast. We've got e-commerce, we've got buyers that are more savvy than ever.
They have access to so much information.
They can do their own research.
It's a different world.
And we can't forget about technology.
Oh, yeah. Technology has changed everything.
CRMs, marketing automation, social media, virtual selling,
It's amazing and overwhelming all at the same time.
Right. So we have all these opportunities, but it also creates new challenges.
So salespeople have to adapt.
Yeah.
They got to be tech savvy. They got to be constantly learning,
Right.
or they're going to get left behind.
The moment you stop learning is the moment you start falling behind. So sales is more dynamic than ever.
And the people who are going to succeed are the ones who embrace that.
The ones who are ready to change.
Exactly.
All right. So in our last segment, we're going to talk about research personalization and the power of storytelling in sales.
Sounds good.
We've got more great insights to uncover.
I'm excited.
Welcome back to our final part of this deep dive into sales success, with the Sales Experts blog. We've gone through so much already: lead nurturing, closing techniques, adaptation, continuous learning.
It's been great.
It has so much good stuff.
And one thing that really stood out to me in this last section was the importance of research and personalization.
Yeah.
The most successful salespeople are 100% more likely to actually do their research before they even reach out to somebody.
That's a big difference.
It is.
So knowledge is power, right?
Yeah, it is.
You can't just use those generic pitches anymore. People want to feel like you understand them. Yeah, they're informed. They've done their homework.
Exactly. They expect you to do yours too.
So what does that thorough research actually look like?
Well, the internet is your best friend.
It is.
Start with their website, right? Look at their social media profiles. See if there are any news articles or press releases about them.
Okay.
Check out their competitors.
Yeah.
Try to figure out what makes them stand out.
So you're putting together a puzzle.
Yeah, exactly.
All of these little pieces of information.
And LinkedIn is a gold mine.
Oh, yeah.
You can find out so much about somebody on LinkedIn.
It's amazing.
Their work history, their connections, what they're interested in.
You could even see what they're talking about.
Right, what groups they belong to.
They're like digital breadcrumbs,
Totally.
leading you right to them.
And then once you have all that information,
Yeah.
that's when the personalization comes in.
Okay.
Tailor your message to what you've learned.
So it's not just a copy and paste job.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Mention something specific that you found.
Right.
Show them that you're not just spamming everybody.
You're genuinely interested.
Yeah. And don't forget to ask questions.
Yeah.
It's a conversation.
Back and forth.
Right.
You're not just talking at them.
Be a consultant, not just a salesperson.
That's great advice.
I try.
Okay, so I want to talk about storytelling for a second,
Okay.
because I think this is something that a lot of people overlook in sales.
Yeah, I agree.
But the sales experts, they really emphasize how powerful stories can be.
It's true. They can really make a difference.
They connect with people on an emotional level.
Right.
They make your message more memorable.
And they help you stand out.
Right. Because everybody's got features and benefits,
Yeah. It's not just about listing those off anymore.
So you're weaving those features and benefits into a narrative.
Right. You got to tell a story.
Think about it like when you're buying something,
Yeah.
You remember the brand that made you feel something.
Absolutely.
The one that told a story.
Yeah. Stories tap into our emotions.
They do.
And that's powerful.
So how do you actually tell a good story in sales?
Well, you got to understand your customer's journey first.
Okay.
What are their pain points? What are they hoping to achieve?
What keeps them up at night?
Exactly. And then find stories that show how your product or service has helped others.
So real life examples.
Yes. Customer success stories.
And, don't be afraid to share your own experiences.
Yeah, be authentic.
Yeah.
Let them see the human side of your business.
So it's not just a transaction.
No, it's a connection.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive with the sales experts, I want to leave our listeners with one final question.
All right, I'm ready.
What one change can you make this week
Okay.
to improve your team's performance based on all the things we've talked about?
Wow, that's a great question.
It's a call to action, right?
It is.
Sales success is a journey.
It's not a destination.
So keep learning, keep improving, and always strive to be better.
So check out the Sales Experts.
Their blog, their resources.
Lots of great stuff there.
And let's keep this conversation going.
Absolutely.
Share your thoughts, your challenges. your successes?
Let's learn from each other.
Because we're all in this together.
We are.
Happy selling, everyone.
Happy selling.